Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. You do not need to stop watching Sephora videos. I've been watching Sephora videos. Hope you are all well. Hope you are all doing well. Let's get everybody in. Hi, Lisa. All right, so guys, tonight you will notice if you are on different devices, or if you want to be on different devices, that I have a horizontal live and a vertical live, which basically means that you can watch me on your television and or your iPad or computer, and then you can also watch me on your phone in a vertical way. Hopefully that is working for everyone. If you have any problems, this is something new that they're doing. It looks to me like it's working fine, but if there is any problems at all, you let me know and we will, I don't know what we will do about it, but I at least will know about it. And I will do my best to try to fix it. What I'll actually be able to do, probably not much, because I don't really know how that works. But Ramiro, hey, Ramiro, I'm still deciding between lipsticks, but I think 108. If you guys don't know, Ramiro is a SA for Louis Vuitton, and he was kind enough to send me some shades to try for all of you. I made sure I put up some lip swatches. They're all nice. It's kind of hard to decide, but late is definitely better than never. I was late. That was late like by 2 minutes. I was like, ugh. All right. There is a QR code in the upper left-hand corner, maybe, sort of, hopefully. What that is a QR code to the Sephora page for my link. You do not have to use it, of course, but you can use it if you want to, and it will take you right to the Sephora sale. And if I have other things that I'm talking about during this live, I will try to create QR codes for them while we're live. That might, I mean, we'll see how that goes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, they are introducing so many new things. Yeah, it is a great shade. 108 is really good. I think that's going to be a nice. Oh, hi. Hi, Rebecca. Nice to meet you, Rebecca. Anyone who's a friend of Sophia is a friend of mine. You only see vertical watching on a TV. Huh. That's interesting. Does anyone else only see vertical? Because I see. If you're in the vertical, you're gonna see it covered. Let me turn off the comments for a second and see if you can see the QR code. Vertical means like this, like your phone, up and down. Horizontal is the full picture, and I have it in both, and I can see it in both. Only vertical on my iPad. Huh. And on the laptop, landscape. Okay, so you have to pick. Can you pick it? Do you know where to pick it? Let me see. Yes, on your phone, it should only be vertical. There you go. Right. If you go to your channel page, there should be two different lives. That's right. One should be landscape and one should be vertical, horizontal. So you have to choose which live you're you're joining. And let me see if I can make the comments smaller so that I don't think I can change where they are though. Let me look. No, I don't think I can change where they are, unfortunately. And the QR code, I can't change where it is, unfortunately, either. They don't have that ability yet. Not yet. I'm sure they'll get there. I'm just looking to see if there's a way to change where it is. There's not. But I will take it. Yeah, there's not a way to change where it is, unfortunately. So if you go to my channel page, and I'll go there right now so I can walk you through it just really quickly. So if you go to YouTube, you will see 2 lives. You'll say 2 live streams. There'll be one on top. If I'm looking on my computer, but there's one on top and one on the bottom. And there's 24 people watching one, and there's 43 people watching the other one. And one is horizontal, and one is the first one. The one it says holiday sales, and then next to it, if you look, it looks like it has a little phone. That is vertical, and then the other one is horizontal. And just pick which one you want to watch, and then you can watch it in either way. Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully. Hopefully. Always glitches when there's new stuff. Perfect. Good. Okay. That way you guys can choose. Because if you're on your phone, the reason they're doing this is because if you're on your phone, it's easier if I set it up as a vertical. This way you can have both. If you're on your computer or if you're on your television, a horizontal is obviously better for you to see. Okay. I will be drinking a lot of fluid during this live, and I might have to go to the ladies' room at some point. I don't know if I'm getting sick or it's just because I have not had any sleep because little Ellie, my pit bull, tore her ACL, if you guys haven't seen. So I am like trying to get that all taken care of, and it's just I haven't slept. Yep. Just go to my channel. Literally go to YouTube, go to All Feisty. Yeah. She's doing all right. Sean, my husband, is taking her to Chick-fil-A right now as we speak. So I mean, you know, there are compensations. But she is, more than anything else, is that yes, it is very expensive surgery. It is Chanel bag, Louis Vuitton bag surgery, and which is one thing, which is not, no, I mean, nobody likes that. But more importantly, like she's, you know, she can't really walk. She's got one paw in the air. She's on pain meds and everything, but it's just, you know, I'm basically taking care of her, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Yeah, it's very expensive. I had a dog that's already had it done, so it's just yeah. Anyway, I'm here, guys. I'm here. I'm present. I'm somewhat focused. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit, and my brain is off. I will say that. So yes, I'm probably not sick. I'm probably just tired. But oh yeah, the surgery went really well on my other pups who've had it done. So I have a really great surgeon. He's really nearby, which is excellent. I have nearby a 24-hour, very high, you know, like an excellent vet hospital that people travel from other states to go to, and it's down the street from me. So that's great news. But at this point, I could have like sponsored a wing with my other dogs. So I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't be doing that again, but apparently we are. So that's, I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You gotta take care of your babies. Oh yeah, absolutely worth it. Just, I was just kind of hoping, I was hoping not to spend 10 grand on a dog this year, but hey, you know what? As long as she's all right. But more than anything, to be honest with you, I think she's just mad at me because I won't take her for like a long WALK. I think she's bored, and I think she's annoyed because she doesn't understand why I won't take her. She's just like, why won't you take me? And I'm like, really? Let me adjust the lighting really quickly. I'm just gonna move it down. Yeah, some people did. I think there's still some kinks to work out for the system, but okay. It's all right. Yeah, I would do it again. It's worth it. It's just, one of those things. All right, guys. So Ellie is 8 years old. Well, we think she's 8 years old. We rescued her 2 years ago, November. So, that's, yeah, Clarissa, I've heard so many people tell me that they don't get notifications, that sometimes they get unsubscribed. I mean, yeah, I do not know. I don't know why it happens. I wish I did. Yeah, 8. She's young. I mean, she's not old. My other dog, Harper, the blind, toothless dachshund, Maltese dachshund, he's 15. And although, I mean, he's blind and he has no teeth, but no health issues whatsoever. He's totally fine. So, I mean, nothing. His blood work is perfect. I mean, he is blind, so, I mean, that's the way it is. Yeah. Oh, he loves his Sid the Sloth. He sleeps with his Sid the Sloth. I think he likes it because it's like heavy, and so I think he feels like there's something there for him. That is true. If you don't have all the notifications selected, you only get some of them. It is, yeah, it's, I mean, so expensive. So expensive. Hi, Shari. All right, guys. So today, now, I have nothing on my face. You just saw me put on a little bit of eyebrow gel and the ABH brow stuff. That's really all I have on my face. I don't have anything else on my face. The reason I don't have anything on my face is because this is your time to ask me whatever you want to ask me about the Sephora sale. You've missed nothing. You missed absolutely nothing. Literally. I was just talking about the reason I look so tired is because I am so tired. Yeah, I mean, I had a diabetic dog. My Westie had laser therapy and water therapy. My Remy had an ACL tear and was diabetic. I mean, Harper had an eye taken out. Yes, vertical versus horizontal. Go to my page and it'll say whether you want it vertical or you want it horizontal. There's 2 lives. So you can watch it on your phone, which is the vertical, or you can watch it on your television or iPad horizontally. That's probably the best way to watch it, but you can watch it any way you'd like. You can watch it vertical on your television, but it would probably not look great. Yay! It really is a beautiful quad. It really is. I love that thing. I know not everybody's going to love it, but that's okay. Not everybody loves, nobody loves everything. There's stuff that I absolutely think is the best thing ever and people dislike. That's all right. I mean, love to see this one. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Okay. This is Sunlit Amber. I have not. I have not tried Sklar. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. You know, this interesting thing about the 9 pans. So I was at the Jones Road opening the other night. I have my roadie shirt, and I went to stop by Chanel. They're sold out of the 9 pans. They don't even have any. They sold out immediately from my store. So I have nothing else on my face, guys. That's it. Sunlit Amber. It's my favorite. I love this. Am I easily influenced? Or is another Jennifer? I am not easily influenced. It takes a lot to get me. But if you're good, are all joysters? No, they are not. They are not all the same. In fact, every Dior eyeshadow quint is different, and you won't know what formula any of them are, which is the problem. No, I've never tried them. Same comments. Okay. So while you're asking this question, I'm going to take the Tula stick that I've been talking about. This stick doesn't seem to be on Sephora anymore online. I think it's in Sephora stores, but it doesn't seem to be online. And so, but it is at Ulta and it is on Amazon. And I did post about it. Yes, this is the Dior I'm recommending. It's Sunlit Amber. And in 2 of the Sephora's I went in, it's right up front. And there was 2 left. So just telling you, I mean, you know, guys, if you haven't really watched me, then you don't know, but I don't hype things. This color is going to sell out while it's on sale. It will. I don't know I don't know how fast, but it's definitely going to go. Those are, I haven't, the Janessa Myricks I did not buy, but the Byredo is beautiful. Is it warm or neutral? The lipstick? On me, I'd say neutral. I would get 2, Gita. And if you don't like them, I will buy them from you. They are really good. Yes, the Victoria Beckham is my new favorite foundation. It's not foundation. I mean, it is a foundation, but it's not a foundation. But yes, it's my favorite. I do have House Labs, and I love their blush sticks. They have a lot more shades. They're a lot more natural looking. The formula is really good. I did a comparison with that, the Dior and the Chanel and the Charlotte Tilbury. There's a video. I do not have the rose ones. I do not have the Dolce & Gabbana and the Sicily Rose shades yet. But if anyone here has them, mention it now. Tom Ford. Tom Ford lip liners are the best. If you want something that does not bleed, go with them. After that, it's tight between Sisley, Dior, and Chanel. It is the Louis Vuitton eyeshadows are extremely good. I have never said anything other than that. It's just they're expensive. I mean, you can see the comments. Yep. But you're not going to see. Okay, so there's a show comments on stage. You see this big blue piece here, like this. The horizontal people will see me going. The comment that I just put up from Clarissa asking. On the vertical, you should just see this comment scrolling. You won't see them on stage. Hi, Marcy. Oh, good. Okay. If there's a sale on Tula, that's fantastic. Yeah, so I'm going to put this on. What this is a stick, and it brightens up under your eye, and it depuffs. Now, this is the one that doesn't really have any color to it. As Bridget said, there are ones that have shades, and I never saw those at Sephora. I only saw the stick, but apparently the stick is not there now. It's not online anyway. I could swear I've seen it in the store, but I could be wrong. Yeah, the Sisley. Okay, so we're talking about primers. If you want something that's going to make things stick, what you need to understand is you need something that has grip. Okay, so there's something like, if you see something like Hydro Grip or something that says like that's tacky, that's going to grip a product. If you use what I use, which are things like the Clé de Peau moisturizer or the Sarah Creel or the Merit, those things are all glow primers that make your skin glowy. They don't grip anything. So they make your skin more hydrated, which if you have very dry skin, you don't need things to grip. It's already gripping. That's not your problem. Your problem is that things like stick to your dry patches and you look, like a Halloween costume. So yeah, you want something like Hydro Grip, which is one. I think it's an HD Hydro Grip. I'm looking to see what I have in here. Yeah, here it is. The Milk. This one actually works. This is a Hydro Grip. This will grip your stuff. I will put this on so you can see. This is called a grip primer. And I don't generally use something like this because I don't need this. But what I will say about this one is because it's a little bit more moisturizing, it doesn't bug me as much as some of the others do. A lot of the ones that say Hydro Grip, or I'm not Hydro Grip, a lot of the primers that say like it grips, I don't like, because my skin is too dry for that, and it's uncomfortable. That's why I don't generally use that, but it does work. The Sisley Tensor, this is what it's called. It's the double tensor immediate and long term. This works really well, but I don't know if it's going to grip enough for you. What you might want to look at is like the Sisley matte primer. The matte, anything that says matte or grip or what's another? I'm thinking of a stick to. The reason when you say, it's too smooth, that's oil. That's really what that is. Sunlit Amber, the one I have on, this one here. This is my favorite. The rest of them are all great. You just have to pick, like, do you like a cool? Do you like a blue? Do you like a green? Do you want a yellow? What do you want? I've reviewed like 7 million of them, but this one is beautiful. Try the stick. It actually works. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could swear I saw it and then fade quickly. It does not fade quickly, but it is a body mist, so it's not a perfume. You'll smell it on your skin later in the day, but I don't know if other people will smell it on you later in the day. Yeah, it is. It's extremely good. I've used this one for years. This is the one that Geeta's talking about. It is a really good primer. But if you're somebody who has extremely oily skin, I can't speak to that because I've never had extremely oily skin, and so it may not work, but I've used it on people. I've never had a problem using it on anyone. I'm trying to think if I've ever used it on anyone who had really super oily skin. Probably. I mean, I probably have. I'm using the HD foundation. This is my favorite foundation, full foundation, not full, medium foundation at Sephora. I'm trying to think of all the different brands at Sephora. There are so many. If you want to ask me which ones I like and which ones I don't, the new Fenty one, I was color matched to at the YouTube event. And I have to say, I really did like it. The new hydrating one. But again, I only wore it that once. I used to love their old foundation, so I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't like their new foundation. But you can see how this gripped like onto my skin really fast, and I'll get really close. Nobody needs to see my skin that close, but I will for you guys. It will, the milk does grip. And because it's a hydro gripping foundation, it's not going to dry you out as much as others will. But I'm not going to lie to you. If you put on something that's a gripping formula like that, it's possible that you'll have some dryness. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what? It may. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, I don't do that. It may. But here's the thing. If it does, other retailers have it. And if you really want it that badly, buy it at full price. Because Dior has it, Nordstrom has it, Saks has, a bunch of different places have it. So if it does sell out at Sephora, you aren't able to get it on sale, but you really want it that badly, buy it full price. I did. I bought it full price. I mean, and if you don't want it that badly, then don't. But I mean, I think it will be available. Lacey, tell us what you think about it, about the Dolce & Gabbana. I am going to get it, that and the Sicily. Yes, the illuminating primer from Chanel is beautiful, and I do love that one, and I actually have that, but I don't know how gripping it is. That's the thing. Yes, the Sicily works extremely well. The Sicily is expensive, but it does stay, the eyeliner. The waterline. Here's the thing about waterlines that people will always say, oh, nothing stays in your waterline. Eventually, your eye will push it out from the fluids in your eye. Nothing is going to stay in your waterline forever, like all day. It won't happen. You'll have to reapply it. It'll stay for a while. Some will stay longer than others. It's going to have to be a waterproof product, obviously, because you're going to be getting, stuff in there. If you have really dry eyes like I do, it stays a really long time. It's like 12 hours. But even mine breaks down because of the fluid that builds up on the inside of your eye. It does break down. However, the Tom Ford ones are very good and they do last. The Chanel waterproof ones work really well on the inside on the waterline. Anything that's a very waxy it'll be difficult to get it on, but once it's on there, it's going to stay. Or something that stains, that will also work. But I do like the Tom Ford one. Primers can clog your pores, especially the ones that are grippy, that have like silicones in them. What silicone is going to do is it's going to create a barrier. It's going to like fill up the pores, if you will, to create a very flat surface so that you don't look like you have pores. When it says blurring, that's kind of what that means. Two things: make sure that it doesn't have products that irritate your skin. So, dermatologist tested, all that good stuff. Two, there might be things that you're just allergic to or irritated by. I'm irritated by practically everything. Three, make sure you cleanse your skin really well at night. At least 2 steps, probably 3. Something like a clay mask or an exfoliator to get out everything that sunk in. And then 4, consider not going with like a water-based primer, not a silicone-based primer. It won't be as smooth of a surface, but guys, we all have pores. Like this is my one of and I am working on like clarifying my channel so you guys know, so people who are new that are coming in know exactly what I'm about. When I talk about luxury, I want it to be for every day. I want you guys to feel luxurious as much as you can. I want you to feel confident. I don't want people to feel like they have to be something that's not realistic. Everyone has pores. Nobody has a perfect body. There's no such thing. There is no perfect hair, perfect face, perfect teeth. That's a bunch of marketing that people came up with. If you're trying to erase your pores, it's not going to happen. We all have pores. We all have lines. So if you're looking for something that's more blurring and you're having problems with like a silicone primer, try more of like a water-based primer and then maybe use a powder to help blur. Or use something like a foundation that has more blurring properties, because there's a ton of good ones out there now that you don't necessarily have to use as a primer that irritates your skin. I'm not saying a primer is going to irritate your skin. I'm just saying if it does, these are other things to consider. Yes, the Prada primer is very good. I do like that one, the green tube. There's a lot of good ones out there. HD, the one I just put on, the Makeup Forever HD Hydro. This does not dry out my skin. This is really, really good. If you're looking for something with less coverage, Victoria Beckham, Lisa Eldridge, Chanel Touch. The Prada, this is the Chanel Touch. Bare Minerals Tinted Moisturizer. Eupoda, this is really good. This is K-Beauty. This is a cushion. This is excellent. CL, again, really, really good. I think that's at Sephora. Chantecaille, which is on sale at Blue Mercury. This will not dry out your skin. This is a gel-based foundation that is like excellent for people with rosacea and very dry, irritated skin. You'll have no problem with this. Merit. Chantecaille has a really good one. And their Black Friday sales coming up, guys, soon. Clé de Peau has another good one. The Prada one is really good, but it is a matte formula. It's not really matte. It's like a soft matte. But if you have really dry skin, that might dry out your skin at the end of the day. Could. Yeah, I know. I've heard great things about it too. And I don't know, and they won't tell me. We're talking about the Chanel. Yeah, the new Chanel concealer. I have heard it's great. It is in the UK. It's not going to be here anytime soon, from what I guess. But I don't know. Yes, this is root beer. I really don't know. I wish I had an answer for you. The best concealer I have used lately, and honestly, I really love this concealer. And of course, watch me not be able to find it. No, it's right here. This is the RMS. This is the RMS Revitalize Hydra Concealer. This is extremely good. It's only for people who have normal to dry skin, though. If you have really oily skin, you might not like this. This is a very smooth, very hydrating concealer. It's excellent. It really is. I mentioned it. I think it's at the Blue Mercury sale today on sale. This is a really, really good concealer. It's one of the only concealers actually I've ever really loved. It might be the only concealer I've loved. I like the YSL illuminating ones that, the original ones that are really more illuminator than they are concealer. But this is the only concealer I've ever said that I loved. It's very hydrating, doesn't settle into lines. It's really good. I have the lightest shade. Question for Weez. Now, how would you say that? Now, see, if I have family members that are called, their last name is Omet, Ouimet, so it's Omet. So is that Auzer, or let me know how that's pronounced. But the Danessa Myers Blurring Balm, I do not have it. Do I like that over the Prada foundation? If you're talking about the HD versus Prada, they're very different products. The Prada foundation is a soft matte foundation that lasts a very long time, but it's a soft matte. The HD foundation is this is the Hydro one. It's the white cap, not the other cap. It's a hydrating foundation that has a dewier finish. This is very different. Yeah, there is a lot of hype over the Prada foundation. It's the only matte foundation that I can actually recommend to dry skin people. It does work. It's really good, but it's a matte. It's a soft matte foundation. So if you don't want that, okay, so here's the thing about masks that shrink your pores. When they say that, they don't shrink your pores. Nothing shrinks your pores. Your pores are always the same size. What they do is they can soak up extra oil, okay, that's stored in your pores, or dry out your pores, which then, of course, close the pore up, makes it smaller in the sense that it doesn't have stuff stuck in it. Your pores always have oils in them. They're supposed to. If you have no oils in your pores, trust me, you want oils in your pores. If you have no oils in your pores, you've gone through menopause, and if you're a woman, and you're going to want to try to put oil back into your skin. So what it's doing is it's just sort of taking out anything that's not supposed to be there. That is an overabundance of an oil or a blackhead or whatever. And so the skin becomes tighter and drier. And what's happening is it's like getting tighter, right? And so it becomes slippery because you have maybe stripped away too much oil. So that might be the problem. My honey's bringing me a sweet tea from Chick-fil-A. Thank you, honey. Sweet tea, caffeine. Root beer doesn't have caffeine, at least most root beers. The only one that does is Barks root beer. So you might have overstripped your skin. You might want to check with a dermatologist about that. Now, or maybe that, you're not. I'm not a dermatologist. So, but sometimes that's what happens. It used to happen back in the 80s when we had the apricot scrub. If you're as old as me, you know what I'm talking about. You would literally strip and then you basically put alcohol on your skin. It was not a good time. It was basically, if you felt burning, you were like, oh, it's working. No, it was so bad. You overstripped your skin of the oils, and then your skin would actually replace it with like oil trying to fix it. It's like if you've ever had a really bad rainstorm after it's been really, really dry and the streets create a slick of oil and so cars go off the road. It's that concept from physics. So just first of all, check and make sure you're overstripping your skin. And second, if you're not, and your skin has the moisture that it needs and it's not become dehydrated, you might just have skin that doesn't, and a lot of people have it around your nose. That's where people lose most of their coverage. Make sure you use a sticky, grippy primer, like we were saying. Try the milk one's relatively inexpensive, and you can get a small size of it, so you can try it. The Sisley, I think, will work really well for you. Try the new matte one or the Tensor. You can get a sample if you go to a Sisley counter. They'll give you some if they have it. Try that around your nose. Don't try it all over your face. Try something else on your face, but use it around your nose. And then press in a powder when you're done, or a setting spray, and see how that works for you. Yes. Isden. The Isden one works very well. And if you have any recommendation, if you can get anything from overseas, it's always better. I mean, yeah, it's better overseas. The SPFs we have here are like years behind. But I do like the Isden one for underneath foundation. I do think that works, and it doesn't dry out my skin. And I felt that that was pretty comfortable. That was the one I would recommend. I think there are other ones, but okay. Yeah, the milk is worth trying because, like I said, it's not that expensive. So, yes, I know. I don't love them either. This milk one, though, can you see? I mean, like, I know, this is the camera for the computer. It's not as good as my DLSR, I'll be honest, but it is pretty decent. I'm looking in a 10x mirror, and I can tell you, it's pretty grippy. Like it's on my face. It's not going anywhere. That's good. Yeah, definitely do that. Go into Sephora, try stuff out. Yeah, what happens is with your nose, first of all, the oils in around here, they build up. If you have rosacea, that's where my rosacea is at its worst. And also, you might not notice it, but throughout the day, you'll do this. And I know I do it because I can watch myself. I watch myself all the time on my feeds when I'm watching back my videos, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why did I do that? Or, why is my hand here? We all do it. You put your hands on your face more than you think you do. And especially around your nose and your eyes. So, your oils build up here. And also if you blow your nose or if you're eating, like this is the area that oils build up most of the time. Like it's this little area in here. Generally, you don't have a lot of oil here or like right here. It's around your hairline, around your nose, around your mouth if it's hormonal. That, tends to be. In the mauve, the Make Me Blush in the mauve shade. Do you mean rose mauve? Hold on. Hot mauve. If you mean hot mauve, which I'm going to assume you do, but I don't know, this is hot mauve or hot mauve, depending on how you like to pronounce it. And I can put it on for you. Yeah, Dee, I was told that too, but I was also told that that might not be right. So that's why I haven't. Okay, so I did not buy the Fabulous lipsticks, and here's why. So my comment before about Chanel, Dee put up, and on the horizontal, you can see it. It's at the top, but I think it's underneath the live. Unfortunately, it's hard to see it. But anyway, that the new concealer might be out in January. I've also heard that, but I don't believe anything they say now. And it's not because of the Chanel essays. It's not their fault. They are just saying what they've heard, but I don't know if I believe it. Maybe January. Tom Ford Fabulous lipsticks. I did not buy them because they are like a blurring, almost like soft matte lipstick. I would not recommend that type of formula for people who have dry lips. Yes, Kiki, I posted about it on YouTube and I posted about it on Instagram today. It's 20% off and the Sisley products are in there. Yes, the Valentino does stuck. I like the Valentino too. I have not tried the Sephora eyeliners for the waterline, I have to be honest. But yes, I posted today about the Sisley, the Blue Mercury sale. There's a lot of good things at the Blue Mercury sale. In fact, if I can find it, hold on a second. And it's not, the Blue Mercury sale is not for, I don't know how long it's running. I'll have to look. We have a couple Blue Mercuries near me. So I actually love Blue Mercury, but the eyeshadows are on sale, which is where I'm picking up the, my brain is gone. Where I'm picking up the rose one. I'm also picking up more of the Rouge Shines because they are awesome. Okay, here's the double tenseur. Okay, here's the problem with the double tenseur. It's a great product. I think it really works. I agree with Geeta's comment about it's a great product, and it's one of those things that will work for you more than likely if you need something that grips and stays on you, but it is expensive. It is $250. And yeah, I just posted it. The one that's up right now, the new QR code that's up on the screen, it should be the Sicily primer on sale at Blue Mercury. So it'll take you right there. If you don't want to use my link, it's okay, guys. I understand. If you don't like to use people's links, at least that'll take you there, so you know exactly what it is, what I'm talking about. Okay. But I have to tell you that does work, and I do use it. I'll also put the link in the comments. But you have to decide if you want to spend that kind of money. So I need to be honest. It's an expensive thing that you haven't tried. I do not have perfect hair. Look at these roots, guys. My hair, look at this. It's white and gray. It's white and gray. Like there's nothing left. It's white and gray at this point. And I haven't had time to get it done because I've had so much content. There's so much going on. Yes, Kathy, you're perfect. It's perfect for you. That's exactly how you have to look at it, because I'm going to be incorporating more fashion into my channel. I'm trying to do it slowly. And the thing that I don't ever want to get up here and do, I do know exactly. I've been studying fashion. I wanted to be a designer when I was a kid. That was my goal. And I have early designs that I did. I took private art lessons for like 10 years. And I studied fashion design and marketing and all kinds of other things because I wasn't going to go a lawyer route. I was going to go fashion route, maybe beauty. And it's just like makeup in the sense that, quote, there are rules. I know exactly what will make me look thinner, taller, better. But better is in the eyes of, in my opinion, societal norms that have been created for a particular reason. And I don't ascribe to those conditions. I feel like I am at my most confident when I feel comfortable, when I feel like I'm good in what I'm wearing. Like I like my style. I feel like I can move around freely. I don't feel confident when I can't breathe in my clothing. I don't feel confident when my feet are screaming at me and bleeding. So, I don't follow, quote, the rules of fashion. If at my height, at 5 feet tall, if I want to look thinner and I want to look taller, I should wear all monochromatic clothing. I should wear pants that are tight at the top and elongate like a boot cut and go all the way to the ground. And there's lots of rules that I can follow. And it's the same with makeup. There are rules that will help you look a certain way if that's what you want to do. But you need to know the rules so that you can break them. So you can decide what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel confident. It's no different than makeup. And so when I incorporate this fashion stuff, it's more about, hey guys, if you want to know how to look taller, if you want to know how to look thinner, this is what you can do. But honestly, the most important thing is how to find your style, how to find what makes you feel confident, and then where to find that stuff. Like I'll go shopping at like different brands so you guys can see how different brands fit. because different brands also have different fit models, and each one is different. Some fit models are troublesome. Yeah, some people can do that. You can add a powder to a balm. You can even do add the powder to like a foundation, and it will work. The CL is excellent. I love the CL products. And in my Sephora video, one of the brands I didn't include, because I just was like, it was long enough as it was, Sarah Creel. Sarah Creel has excellent products for, I keep doing the air quotes, the mature skin. Sarah Creel products are great. The bronzers are great. Highlighters are great. The Sarah Creel moisturizer source is excellent if your skin is dehydrated. The concealer is really good. The lipstick is fantastic. The liner is great. That works for your waterline. So yes, Clé de Peau has great primers. These are the really good products that are out there, but I can only give you suggestions on what I think is actually got good formulas, good products, and works for me or the people that I've tested it on. For an individual, like to figure out exactly what you would need, honestly, you just have to try things. I would love to be able to come on here and be like, okay, Marsha, this is what will work for you. And Dee, this will work for you. And Jackie, this will work for you. But you have to try some of this stuff because skin, the molecular nature of your skin, like the things that make up your epidermis and your skin barrier and your layers and the stressors in your life and how much UV you have and all melanin, like all this stuff factors into how something is going to work on your skin. It's actually very complicated, and dermatologists can make quite a bit of money helping you with that. Good color corrector. Okay, so color correctors are different. What I would say is, believe it or not, Chanel has a really good one. Prada has a really good one in the green powder if you have redness. Laura Mercier's powders for under eye, they have a peach and a pink and a translucent. Those are good. They can help, especially if you have oilier skin. They're great for average to dry, but not super dry. Bobbi Brown has really good color concealer sticks. And I think they're at Sephora. Hold on, let me just double check. Because I don't use color concealers. Because that's one of the few things I don't actually need. I need everything else. Color corrector sticks, okay? And they come in like porcelain peach, extra light peach, light bisque, peach, which is like a yellow. They aren't like greens and pinks and stuff like that. But they are corrector sticks. And they do have different shades of beige / peach or pink, depending on what you need. I use those for the under eyes, and I do think they work. So I do like those. Charlotte Tilbury also has two. They're underneath their like creams in a pan. She has their matte finish. There's like a fair and a medium, which is basically like a peach and a pink. That also works for under eye if you're just dealing with regular, if you want something peachy. If you're getting into real color correctors, greens, blues, purple, like if you're trying to correct something more severe, I hate that, sounds bad, but if you want something that's like a green or a gold, something that's going to actually change an undertone color, if I were you, I would figure out what the color problem is. If it's red, go with a green. If it's a blue, go with more of like a golden yellow, purple. Maybe if you've got like a red undertone with a purple-ish, like, pick something that's the exact opposite on the color wheel so that you can neutralize that. I do have recommendations about product, but most of my favorite ones would not be at Sephora. Orange, like to give you an example, orange, if you're trying to get rid of orange or reds, it's going to be in that green blue categories. If you're trying to get rid of purples, it's more in the orange to yellow categories to get rid of the color. That's the color theory. Basically, it's the opposite color on the color wheel, so it negates it. But you'd have to tell me what color you're trying to get rid of, and then I can recommend. The Chanel green one, though, does work. It's a wand. I don't know if I still have it. I might have gotten rid of it because I have been using, I don't know if I have it. I use this in Beauty to get rid of most of my redness. And then the Prada powder works really well for the green. I also have blue powders and purple powders, lavender powders that help with color correction as well. So Chantecaille foundation is excellent. Yep. Skin tint's great. The foundation drops are really good. I'm very impressed. So impressed. Okay, if you like the Dior one, that's good. Yes, that's the one. Laurel. The Chanel concealer that's available at Selfridges. I only drink one type of root beer. I am a root beer snob. It's IBC root beer, and it's because it has cane sugar in it. It doesn't have any corn syrup. For some reason, corn syrup and corn in general, I don't do well with. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I mean, I have a lot of autoimmune issues. So I stay away from corn syrup, which is depressing at Halloween time because it's in like all the candy. Clarissa, it's so good. The RMS concealer, so good. And it's at the Blue Mercury sale, guys. Pick it up. Seriously, it's really good. It is totally worth it. Hey, if you don't like it, yeah, it's okay. Not every product's for everybody. Combination skin. Do you recommend the RMS concealer? Yes. The RMS concealer is excellent. If you feel like it's a little too hydrating, just put some pressed powder. Very light. Don't do a lot. The Angie Hot and Flashy brush from BK Beauty is an excellent brush to put some pressed powder just here and maybe out here, and that's it. That's all you need. Ah, I see. Gotcha. Steel Magnolias. You know what? That's true. Judy, I knew I was going to need some caffeine because I just have not slept well. Yes, St. Ives. Remember the St. Ives, Laurel? It was the worst thing possible. It had little like pieces of like sand in it that would literally rip up your skin. And then you'd put some kind of alcohol toner on it. Yep. And it would sting. Oh, yeah, it was awful. It was the worst thing imaginable that you could possibly do for your skin. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. It was so bad. It was, I mean, apricot St. Ives was like everywhere. And from the garden hose. And we're all better for it, aren't we? I mean, really? But I don't know why we did that to our skin. I have no idea. Probably because there were commercials with women scrubbing their skin with it. And so we're all like, oh, well, that must be what you do. And my mother never had anything. Like she had Noxzema and Pond's cold cream. There was nothing else. So I don't know. Okay, the Chanel Le Beige is bronzer. It was reformulated. I do have it. It is over the seas. It will be next year. I just don't have a date. Sorry. Proactive and Clearasil. Yep. Oh, I had Clearasil. I didn't have Proactive, but I had Clearasil. The Eden lip balm. Okay. All right. I have so many Eden lip balms. Buy these. I joke because I don't believe you should just buy things. I mean, if you don't need them, you don't need them. But these hold a special place in my heart. These are excellent. They're like great products. They're incredibly softening. They feel really good on the lips. The metal applicator is awesome. They have a little bit of like that one's the hot chocolate, the Panda chocolate. So it's got that chocolate croissant kind of thing. So good. Right, Laurel? So good. You should get at least get one of the Edams. Trust me, you'll fall. I got one because I was like, how good could it be? And now I have 6. It's that good. Oh, okay, good. Laura, that's helpful. This is the SPF question. Dr. Rajani. Suku. That does not surprise me. Suku has great products. They're just hard to get in the US. I know you recommend the Merit Skin Glow. Is it a serum or a moisturizer or something else? So the Merit, so I have 2. Sorry, I have so much on my desk right now because I try to have all the products here for Sephora. So there's 2 different products for Merit. There's the Great Skin, which is a glow serum. Okay, so this is a bifacial, which basically means oil and water. So you have to like mix it up and then you put it on. It's very much like the Guerlain water oil. It's a serum. It's a glow serum, but you do need to mix it. And then when it comes out, it's very much, it's very much a very watery oil as it just goes all over me. So it's just, it's a serum, but it's a very watery oil-like, well, it is an oil, but it's an oil and water bifacial product, okay? And then you have the Great Skin, which is the priming moisturizer, which you can put on top of it or by itself. And the moisturizer is exactly what they say it is. It's a moisturizer that you can use as a primer by itself, or you can put it on like that over the Great Skin. I tend to use both because I need more moisture in my skin, especially in the winter. It's very dry here. It's, right now we're getting part of the storm. I think it's Melissa, so it's been raining all day, but most of the time it's very dry in New England in the fall, winter time. So summer is humid. Winters are freezing and dry. We have the worst weather, but I would really recommend the Merit products. I really love the Merit products. They're excellent. Yep. What the Edams do that the other ones tend not to do. So I get little flakes on my skin, on my lips, partially because I breathe through my lips. I have a deviated septum and I have bad allergies. And so the skin gets, dry, and you can exfoliate your lips, and I do, but can't exfoliate your lips all the time. And I bite at my lips, which is a very bad habit. So you have little pieces of skin. The Edam actually exfoliates them off and softens over time. I am using a new brand this month called Blue Lagoon, and they have sent me the products. I've talked about it a little bit on Instagram. You should also try the Blue Lagoon lip balm. It seems to do the same thing that the Edam does, but I've only been using it for a very short time, but I really like it. I'll have more soon. But it also has a nice scent and a nice taste to it, which gets in your mouth, But yes, the Edam is excellent. Yep, that is true. Yeah, I stock up on the Edam stuff too. Yeah, they do have a mini size. Okay. All right, guys, here's Hot Move. I'll put it on my face. I'm going to use the new brush from Refer. I think there's only a few left of this brush. I like the Refer brushes very much. I think they have really good quality for the price point that you're dealing with. If you want to have a brush this good, I like the wispiness of this brush. The way that it's designed is really great for my face and the way that I apply a blush. It's soft, but it's a little bit firmer than last year's holiday brush, I think. So I like that. And it's really well crafted. It comes in a beautiful box if you want something for like a gift. But I really like this brush. Like it's a really, really beautiful brush. For the price point, I think it's excellent the way that it's made. Is it, quote, as good as maybe a Chikuhodo, Hakuhodo type of brush? I am not the brush expert. There are some brush experts on this live that if they want to chime in, they can. But I do feel like it's a very well-made brush. I haven't had any problems with any shedding. It blends beautifully on the skin. It works really well on my face. I like the shape of it. I think it diffuses well, and it's soft enough that it doesn't irritate my skin, but it picks up pigment. Yeah, I mean, it happens. You put your hands all over your face. Everybody does. It might be the brush. So one of the reasons I like this brush so much actually is because of what you just said. Some brushes, like, okay, have you heard that saying? It's a horrible saying to a certain extent, but you're not ugly, you're just poor. I hate that saying, but you know what? They're not wrong when they say that. All the people that you see on television or online or whatever, and they look so perfect, they look perfect because they spend a fortune on it. Like they have plastic surgery, they have trainers, they have a chef, they get paid to work out, right? Most of us are running in like 9 million directions. Like really right before this live, I was taking my little puppy out, not Ellie, but the other puppy, Harper, out to pee. And then I had to bring in the trash can. And like, we don't have time for this kind of stuff. They have tools to do everything. Like they get facials and they have, tools matter. Tools make a difference. And so even if you're not talking about that level, like, I spend like Kim Kardashian $1 million a year on my upkeep, which, you know what, I'm not going to get into, but brushes in the way that you apply makeup make a huge difference. Yes, makeup should be so good that you can apply it with anything, but I'm going to be real with you all for a minute. I mean, I'm always real with you, but like really, really real. That's only true if you're young. I'm sorry, but it is. If you're 20, your skin is still growing. You're still growing, you're still adding more collagen. There's your skin is bouncy in a way that after 25 it never is again. And even if you are having lasers and plastic surgery and all these other things, it's just not the same. So you do need to adjust the tools that you use if you want to see a similar result. Don't get me wrong. If you don't want to spend the money on that kind of stuff, and I don't blame you, don't. Most of the time I go out, I do not have makeup on. I'm just like, look, this is me. I'm part of the Do Not Care Club, and I'm very happy and very proud. But if you're trying to achieve something, if you're trying to look a certain way or do a certain thing with the makeup that you buy, yeah, you are going to have to invest more. And I don't mean just necessarily in like more expensive brushes, but in particular tools, or prep your skin in a way that takes more time, because your skin changes as you age. Your body changes as you age. And like my hair, I have to dye my hair if I want to keep the color, like every 3 weeks. I don't, because I feel like in real life people have roots, and if somebody is insulted by the fact that I have roots, well, that's their problem, not mine. I am not going to get my hair done every 3 weeks. It's just ridiculous. But I didn't have to dye my hair when I was young. I didn't have any white hair. It's just the reality of life. Like, and the more you fight against those things and try to pretend like it's exactly the same, you're just going to get frustrated. So brushes that have this kind of like fluffy, almost diffusing different lengths, really will help with blush application, especially on dehydrated skin. Because what it does is it kind of just floats over and diffuses in a way that's going to make it look much more pleasant, much more, what's the word I'm like, blurring than if you take a very dense, stiff brush or even a super soft, all one length brush on your skin. So I would try, you don't have to necessarily spend a lot of money, but try to find brushes that have more of this like angle, different lengths, kind of a fluffy brush. There's a Wayne Goss one that's amazing. I don't think it's in production anymore. And if I can find other ones, and if anyone wants to throw out some ones, you know what I'm talking about, like they're different lengths. Those are the types of brushes that you want to use to invest in a blush that won't look as harsh on your skin. Yeah, they keep saying that. I don't believe them, guys, about January for the concealer. I'm jaded now. Look, the Dior blushes, the limited edition blushes are so good. I didn't see them in the Sephora online. Maybe they'll be out tomorrow, but I have the Dior Starry Mauve. I love that one. I would buy that one full price. I went to buy Starry Pink at Macy's, and I had blinked about it and talked about it so much that I think Sophia and I sold it out before I remembered to shop for it. So I love Blue Mercury too, Laurel. They have great stuff. Oh no, a math test. All right, tell me what kind of math, Tara. I'm actually really good at math. You know, I've heard Addiction Tokyo is really good. I don't see it around here very often. Elta, yes. ELTA, MD, they do have SPFs that are good. But again, not at Sephora, but yes. Hello. Yeah, that's a good one. Studying is very important. Studying is much more important than this. You can watch this later. Links, Cicely. I know. The orchid blushes are amazing. My hair grows so fast. It's actually sped up as I've gotten older. It's not slowing down. It's growing faster. But I am thinning through here. And I have to tell you guys, the stuff that I've been doing lately has been helping with the thinning. I'm not saying it's like perfect, but it is helping. So there are things that work. Yes, exactly. Screw that. I don't want to be younger. I can tell you, anybody who's on this live right now who's like 25 or younger, that's fantastic. Good for you. But I do not want to be 25 again. I am perfectly happy at my age. In fact, this is the happiest I've ever been. But there just things change. And you know what? That's great. You want things to change. Can you imagine living your entire life and everything was always the same? How boring would that be? I mean, seriously, no one I don't think anyone wants that. You want to change. You want to do new things. You want to try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. There isn't an age. There isn't like a cutoff, guys. Black and heels. That's how I look thin. Here's the thing. In my opinion, okay, this is just my opinion. Again, you can totally throw this out the window. You don't have to listen to anything that I say. Who cares if you're thin? Really? Seriously, at the end of the day, do you really think that it matters? Really, in life? Healthy, absolutely. Yes, healthy does matter, right? Okay. Because I want to live as long as I can and as healthy as I can. If I can live to be, 100 years old and be healthy the whole time, fantastic. I don't care about the size of my jeans. Nobody should. It's not important. It really isn't. Who cares? Men don't care. Most men. They don't. Your value is not wrapped up in the size of your clothing. Now, I do understand wanting to lose weight and right now I'm dealing with that with perimenopause. I'm, getting this weird stomach fat from nowhere. because I don't eat a lot, not because I'm trying to starve myself or anything, because I have a thyroid condition and I'm very rarely hungry. So I have to remind myself to eat, which I know is weird, but it's not a good thing, guys. It means your metabolism is like non-existent. Anyone who's like traveled with me is always like, aren't you hungry? I'm like, no, it's not good. But I've never cared about size that I am or looking any one particular way. I have in that sense been very lucky. My dad, it was me and my sister, and he raised me, if you will, in the vernacular of my time, as a boy. He did not see me as, a girl versus a boy and what the roles would be. It was basically like, you're my kid, and these are things you need to learn to be successful in life. And that was it. It wasn't about my gender. So I never really thought about what I looked like. Never really thought about my size or my weight. I want to be healthy, and the perimenopause thing is bugging me because it makes me feel less healthy. It's harder to do things. I feel tired. Um, fat around your waistline is bad for you. Like, it's bad for your organs. So that type of thing. I just want to be healthy. Yeah, of course I want to look good. Everybody wants to look good. I don't think there's anyone out there who's like, I would like to look bad. That's not generally that's not what we're going for. But thin, come on. Styles change, norms change. One day they're going to tell you that you're supposed to look like this. The next day you're supposed to look like something else. Stop worrying about what other people are telling you should look like. Find what makes you happy. Really, find what makes you happy, whatever that is, and go for that. Because, I know people who are tall and want to be short. I'm short. I never wanted to be tall. I would have liked to have been a little taller so I could reach counters, but other than that. Let me tell you something about being confident. I, again, have been very lucky in my life. Probably a lot has to do with the way my dad raised me, but I've always been a confident person. Don't get me wrong, I screw up all the time. But when I screw up, I just say, yeah, I screwed up. And I try to get better, because what else is there to do? Confidence will get you so far. You can walk in anywhere if you just feel confident in yourself. It's not about your size. It's not about your weight. It's not about your hair or what you look like. It's your confidence. People respond to it. One of my favorite shows is Only Murders in the Building. I love that show. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. And this season just ended, and oh my goodness, I can't think of her name. I think it's Beanie Fieldstein. I think that's right. She plays a character on the show. I won't spoil, what she plays, but she is not a size 2. She's a larger size, and she is the most confident, most like everyone wants to be her on the show, and she is stunning and like so attractive because like you watch her and you're like, oh my God, I wish I had that confidence. And she just exudes it in every scene. That's what I'm talking about, guys. It's not about size. You just have to be who you are. Look, you're never going to look like you looked as a teenager. And yes, we all thought we were, well, especially you grew up in the time that I grew up, everyone was like a size 0 and they were all like, I'm so fat. You're like, what are you talking about? Not good culture for people. Kosas color corrector. I have not tried theirs. I do like Kosas products though. I do think they're good. Yep. My skin's different in the winter than it is in the summer, especially living in New England. Glow Maximizer face palettes. The new one I've heard is very bad and too sparkly. I generally don't like the Glow Maximizer face palettes, the powders, because I just think they're too sparkly. That's not my style. If you like sparkly though, I'm talking about like more mature skin and like, what you want to quote look like, that will emphasize texture. Everyone has texture. I'm going to say it for like the 9th time, but if you don't want to emphasize it, I would not go with that. Some of the older ones though, I do like, but not the new ones. Okay. Leaking is bad. Okay. Barbie, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm wearing sweatpants, by the way. You guys will see that. Lip liners. Hold on, there's more. Those are all my lip liners. You do not have too many lip liners unless you have more than that. Now, I do have that many lip liners because I'm testing them all for you, I would like to say. I did not have that many when I started my channel. But yeah. So yeah, I have a lot of lip liners. Yeah, I mean, the glow face palettes are nice. I think they're just too sparkly for me. The Rare Beauty color corrector is probably very good. I do not have it, but yes, I use the hot mauve blush with the new rougher brush. The green powder I recommend is the Prada. It's really good. It's really, really good. There's a lot of cute Prada gift sets too, by the way, that have it in there. I think Nordstrom maybe and Prada itself. There's a bunch of them, but the Prada green powder is really good. The RMS concealer is excellent. It's so good. And I don't like concealers, guys, so I would tell you. Finishing powder. Do you want a loose powder or you want the Hourglass? I'm going to think you are saying pressed. I would say Chantecaille, Clé de Peau, Givenchy, they fixed theirs. Suku, Westman, and believe it or not, Charlotte Tilbury. Yep, Givenchy. Sea Breeze toner from back in the day. I had Sea Breeze. Yes, there were walnuts in the St. Ives, guys. To tell you how far we've come, there were walnuts pieces. I don't know what the hell. Pond's is still good. Pond's cold cream is an excellent choice. There are 2 lives channels. Okay, so you probably joined a little after we started. There's a horizontal and there's a vertical. When you go to my page on YouTube, you'll see one that has like a little phone after it, after the title. That's the vertical. It's for phones. You don't have to watch it on your phone, but it's meant for a phone. And then the horizontal one is the second one that is, it's better viewing on your television or your iPad or your computer. Clinique. Clinique is good. I like the Clinique products. I have nothing bad to say about Clinique. It was a good choice. Cystic acne. My sister had some. Yeah. The stuff that we used, guys. So bad. Yes, get the Edam. I promise you'll like the Edam. The Violet French, the Violet French balms, they are so good. They are really, really good. But the new, I'm telling you, Jackie, the Blue Lagoon lip balm, wait for a sale or see if it's on at like, I'll look around, see if it's at like a different retailer. But the Blue Lagoon lip balm, I think you really like. I've been using it on my lips at night. It's really good. But I love the Chanel Sublimage lip oil, but it's $400 with tax. So that's my problem. You do not need the new holiday white if you have the original white. Hold on. I have them both. As I pull out my drawer. Okay. Hold on. Please hold. I'm coming. I have all the stuff like nearby, but not exactly all in one place. Okay. Guys, if you saw how much PR I have, it's gotten out of control. I mean, I'm thrilled, and it's really incredibly kind that people send me this stuff, and I honestly cannot say thank you enough. But also, I'm like, I need to have like a party and have people over and have them take things because it's a problem. Okay, so Pearly is the new one. Abracolor. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the Abracolor, Abracadabra, whatever. Here's the Abracadabra, and here's the Pearly, which is the original. Here's the new one, and here's the original. That's the difference. So there's a difference, but I mean, the new one has more pink. That's really it. More opalescence than pearlescence. You should get, yeah, the set is really good. It's a great gift too. The rougher brushes are really good. I like the rougher brushes. I like rougher because they're just nice people. And I mean, I know you guys might not, maybe some of you don't care as much about that, and that's fine. I get it. But I deal with a lot of brands now, and I can tell you, it matters to me, like, who I buy from. Like, the people matter to me. Like, the rougher people are good people. They really are, which matters to me. So, yes, it does. It has a little bit of glitter. There you go. See, I am not the brush expert. The handle is stunning on this brush. The way that it's made is really beautiful. And the presentation, and I have it on Instagram. I think I put it on YouTube too. It really is boxed beautifully. It makes for a great gift. Do I have my do I have it up here? Because I have so much in front of me, I might not have it. My brush. I will look and see if I have the brush, the other holiday brush up here. I will look. Oh, the Chanel concealer. I use, so foundation-wise, I use B10 or BR12. And probably light concealer. Starry Mauve. Okay, I will get Starry Mauve. Yeah, the rougher sold out. That doesn't surprise me. I knew it was close. And I don't know if it's coming back, guys. It may or may not. Okay, this is the Saint Laurent. That is the Dior. The Dior has more of a luminescence. The Saint Laurent is definitely more matte. Saint Laurent, Dior. RMS has great blushes and a good brush blush. Yeah, Rare Beauty does too. Thank you. Those are good ones. Okay, so the BD versus the B. The beige, the B stands for beige. So if you said that you were a Chanel B10, like I am, it would basically mean you were a beige neutral undertone. The beige D is beige doré, which means gold, golden. So if you have a warmer golden, more golden undertone, you're going to want the BD. If you want a redder, a cooler undertone, you want the BR. And if you want a neutral beige, you want the B. Does that help? Oh, okay. I'll get it. I'll get it at. I'll get the my brain. Sorry, I will get the blushes. My God, this is the one thing about perimenopause that does bug me. Like I can't remember things. What shade are you in, Natasha Denona? I don't have Natasha Denona. I'm just looking. No, I don't have her. I don't have her foundation. Hi, Hillary. Study. It's okay, Lynn. We're actually we're an hour and a half in already. Ooh, okay. Starry Mauve. Starry Mauve is a great shade. Yes, I get my roots colored every 5 weeks, but I really, I mean, if I was Gwyneth Paltrow, if I was getting my hair done all the time, like to not have major roots, it would have to be every 3 weeks. It grows really fast. I grow, and my hairstylist will tell you, my colorist, I grow an inch of hair a month. It's not normal. I don't know what to tell you. And it's interesting because I don't have a working thyroid, so you'd think, right? Like, why would my hair grow so fast since I can't burn any calories? But yeah, my hair doesn't seem to be affected by it. I'll tell you. Perfume. Okay. So I am buying the Shalimar 100 perfume because I love that perfume and it's going to be 20% off. So I'm going to get a second bottle. Rare Beauty, I already have a ton of. I have 3 of them because I really love that perfume. I think it's a great perfume. And the gift sets, the Rare Beauty gift sets with the little perfumes, so good. Baby Cat, I'm buying another Baby Cat because again, it's 20% off. The Yves Saint Laurent Libre, the new one, there's a new one, which is really nice. It's in like the gold. It's vanilla, but I'm getting that one. If I can find Milk Orchid by Commodity, I will buy that one. That's probably it. I have too much perfume. So you should be proud. 40 is an awesome age. No, I wouldn't want to be 20 again. Good. Nobody needs, yeah, 40 is awesome. Exactly. Your health is all that matters is health. I mean, honestly, I can tell you guys now that I've been dealing with all these health issues. Like this last week, I've just had, I won't get into it. But there are, again, I'm not one of those people who get up here and be like, menopause is the end of your life. Menopause is like a beginning of a new chapter. It's an awesome chapter. I just need to get to the other side of it. The transition isn't the best. That's all. There's just things that, you know, and some people are fine. Some people go through it and they don't have all these issues. I envy them. I'll admit I am envious. I just have been on the unlucky side of the stick, and there's just stuff, you know, I'm trying to deal with, trying to work out. My doctors are great now. It took me a while to find good doctors, but then once I did that, but yeah, it's just your health is what matters. Nothing else. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Get your vitals checked, get your heart checked, get your cholesterol checked. And you know, don't let a doctor tell you, by the way, that just because you're, you know, like your cholesterol's high, or like half the time they don't know what they're talking about. And I can tell you, I represented hospitals for 12 years. I worked with a lot of doctors, and half the time they hadn't even been trained on women's health. Really, I'm not joking. Like they didn't even understand half the stuff. And they'd be like, oh, well, you know, that's just normal. And I'm like, well, what are you basing that on? Like, what studies? And they'd be like, oh, there's no studies. And I'm like, so it's your opinion. Okay, good. That's fantastic. Yeah, guys, my cholesterol is at the lowest point it's ever been in my life, actually. And a lot of it has to do with your thyroid and your hormones. Did you know that depending on your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, thyroid hormones and endocrine system, your cholesterol can be elevated, not because you're eating badly or because you have extra fats in your diet, but because of the hormones in your body. Yeah, Dr. Stone mentioned that. So you got to advocate for yourself and you got to do the research, but trust me, it's worth it. Thank you. I will go to Macy's as soon as we're done. Yeah, we all were obsessed with our weight in the 80s. It was a very bad time. I mean, I do appreciate more now the fact that there's more of an acceptance of like different bodies and different shapes. Look, again, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, so I never get up here and say, you should be this or you should be that. I do know that there are different types of fats in your body because again, I've worked on health issues for years, and some are worse than others. The weight that you can gain during perimenopause, the particular type of fat can be very bad for your organs. And I have, really good doctors that I work with, and I make sure that my heart is always being checked and my blood pressure and my blood sugar and all of those things. And I am actually very careful about what I eat. Lots of vegetables, lots of chicken, lots of fish, lots of fruit. However, if I think about it, half my life is gone by. I'm 53 and it goes so fast. It goes so quickly. Why spend your time worrying about things like I'm not tall or I'm too tall or I'm flat chested or I'm too big or I'm, really I don't know. I just think there's so many better things to spend your time on, to enjoy your friends. Like when Sophia and I were hanging out in LA, we had two LA people with us, subscribers who might even be on now, who knows. Lovely people, Hillary and Jessica, just absolutely lovely. Not once did any of us say or think, I'm sure, if I was thinner right now, or if I was taller right now, if I was shorter right now, I would be having a better time. We had the best time. It was just a lot of fun. That's the things that you should be talking about. Those are the things that you should be spending your time on. Don't spend time on your weight. Again, health, but not your weight. Yeah, Dior does have some really cute gifts. And Chanel has those little charms. If you like the charms, when you buy from Chanel, there's lots of charms. You can get them from Nordstrom too. Yes, I've had friends who've had that, Amy, dealing with hysterectomy. And I'm sure that's a shock to your system. I mean, the entire surgery is, a very intense surgery. So I don't think the medical system prioritizes women's health enough from what I saw. I know, Bridget, but they're going to be in London next year. That might be fun. Murders in the Building is a great show. It's a great show if you haven't watched it. Yes. OMITV for life. It's the best show. It's so much fun. I think I'm going to go back and watch it from season 1. Okay. The Kosas color corrector concealer smells like funeral home. I have not smelled it. That's not a good smell, though. I will say that. Kosas Cloud Set Press Powder smells in candy is good. Okay. That's another one. See, this is what I love about our community. We all chip in. Yeah, see, don't you feel better about your lip liners now? I have so many lip liners, guys. And I keep going for the Tom Ford ones, so. Yeah, I don't get sparkle highlighters. But again, if you love sparkle highlighters, you do you. If you love them, hey, fantastic. They're just not me. I also live in Boston. We're not really sparkly. I mean, again, I think your attitude towards clothes and fashion do have something to do with, where you're brought up. I do have friends who were brought up in Europe. They have a different aesthetic than people brought up in the US. I have friends who are from LA and Texas and, it is different. Again, and it's not bad or good. It's how you view things. If you like a sparkly highlighter, go with sparkly highlighter. The Goran meteorites are a good finishing powder. I agree. Yes, I don't use concealer. In fact, only recently have I started using, because I have a blue vein. It's not showing up now, which I must have had enough water. Good for me. There's a blue vein in this eye that it's like right here. And it's come out more lately. Probably because I'm not having enough water, and so like it gets dehydrated. And you can see that blue vein, like. So I don't usually use concealer. I've only used like the YSL brighteners, and Chantecaille has one, and Sisley has a good one. So yeah, the RMS one, guys. If you want a really good creamy concealer, buy the RMS one. Go to the Blue Mercury sale. You'll like it. I won't tell you. I will not lead you astray. There's so many options. That's the thing. There's actually there's good makeup out now. Yeah, the Dior matte filter is good. In our day, we had St. Ives, and you scrubbed walnuts into your skin. Which part of highlighter is your favorite color? 1 or 2? Oh, please hold. I would see, that's tough. I'm gonna say it's 2. 2 is the pink one, guys. 1 is the champagne one. Here's 2. I have so much on my desk right now. You guys would die. It's crazy. By the way, for those of you that are members who have subscribed, I am going to have my pre-loved makeup sale. Some of the stuff is not only pre-loved, it's never been opened. It was supposed to be this week. I'm so sorry with Ellie tearing her ACL and everything. It's just thrown everything off. I am going to do it next week. I'm going to put up another poll about what date you want. It's going to be open to the Feisty Fanatics first. That's the higher tier membership. You guys are going to get an entire hour dedicated to just you. You can pick what you want to buy. Like you can be like, hey, I just want to see all your Tom Fords or Sisley or whatever. And then I'm going to open it up to all members. So just, it's coming. You'll get a poll soon. But Ellie comes first. So let's see. As I drop things on the floor, we have the pink and we have the champagne. All right. So this is the 01. And I'd say, let's see what brush. Too many things. Okay. This is the champagne. Okay. That's the champagne. Hold on, I'll show it to you in a second. You can see both sides. And then, yeah, the pink. Okay. That's the 01. That's the 02, the pink. I don't see a huge difference, but the pink is definitely deeper. And because I am so pale right now, because I haven't been in the sun in a while because, well, we don't really have any sun here, but, you know, it's like really dark and dismal. I'd probably say the 01 because it's a little lighter. The 2 is a little deep. The chats are on there. I can see them. They're on the horizontal, they're and on the vertical. You can see them on the screen. The highlights I pull up. Okay, Caudalie is grapes. And for whatever reason, I have had issues with that formula. Reactions to it. Yes. So when you do all messages versus top messages, you can change it so you can see all the messages or just the top messages. If you're looking at top messages, you will not see all the comments. Yeah, see, some people really like the Caudalie. It's not a bad brand, guys. I don't think it works great for me. Yeah, try Jackie, try the Blue Lagoon. I think you'll like it. Bridget, do you live in the Boston area? You're welcome to come. No, I understand. I do. That's why I don't recommend it. It's a lot of money for a lip oil, you know? I mean, I like it, but geez. I've heard the Natasha Denona concealer is very good. There you go. Again, brush expert. It's a higher grade of goat hair. Okay, so understand something about goat hair. This I do understand. And I forget, and Makeup Esquire, correct me. It's Sekoho and now I've forgotten. There's different levels, okay? And I forget the names, but the higher grade of goat hair, it's Seihoko or something like that. She'll fix it for me. But it is softer and it's a much softer feel on your skin. It almost feels like gray squirrel, and it's super soft. The thing about a super soft brush, and I have a lot of gray squirrel and blue squirrel, which is incredibly soft. The thing about an incredibly soft, this is a gray squirrel brush, is that you don't pick up as much pigment, and when you use it, is an incredibly soft diffused look. If you want to pick up more pigment, you're going to want something like a less soft, harsher brush. But it can also be more stripy on your skin, and it can also irritate your skin if you're somebody who's easily irritated by a rougher brush. So a higher quality hair is in general a better thing for a brush. But sometimes you want some, in my opinion, sometimes you want some of the harsher bristles to pick up the pigment. It really, it becomes a very personal decision. Okay, Sisley concealer. Again, the RMS is my favorite right now, but I think the RMS is just better. Yeah, the Dior versus the YSL. The YSL is more matte in the blush. But I do need to pick up the Starry Pink. So the Starry Mauve is so good. Oh, Ginger Biscuit. Yes, I have that. That's a good scent. I know Milk Orchid is so good, but it's sold out online right now. I had a chance to buy it, and I was an idiot. It is available, but not at Sephora right now. It's somewhere else, so it's not on sale. But I think I might just have to buy it. What's back in stock at Macy's are the all Dior blushes, which are worth getting. My perfume cabinet, I love my perfume cabinet. The new Libre, I've heard it's really good. I need to get it, Gata. Yeah, I would say Mochi Milk is. The Dead Cool perfumes are really good. Those are at Sephora. I should have mentioned Dead Cool. Thank you for bringing it up. Dead Cool has really good perfumes. I've talked about them. The Mochi Milk, the milk. There's a bunch of them, guys, that are really good. I can't find them right now. There's just too much. But I can post if you want me to. There's a lot of good scents from Dead Cool. They're really, really good, and they do last. I would look at the Dead Cool ones. Go into the store if you can try them, or get samples. But those are they are long lasting, and they smell beautiful. Shalimar is great. Yep, good bottle. Yes, I do like that one. Oh, is it a Jean? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. FGF5. Well, I obviously have that. Oh, okay, Bridget. Calm. Cortisol levels. My cortisol levels are through the roof at all times. Fragrance primers are great for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on HRT. I'm very proud to say that I'm on HRT, and I think it's worked wonders for me, but it is a very tough transition, guys. For all of you that have not gone through it yet, make sure that you get a good doctor. Don't let people gaslight you into thinking that you're fine if you're not fine. Get help, whatever that means for you. And it's not easy. So be tough. Yeah, I'm Italian and Eastern European. Oh, that's very nice of you, Carol. You know, I try not to like push my stuff on you guys. That's not, I mean, I do appreciate the support. I do. That's the QR code. I put it back up. Thank you. That's very nice of you. If you shop through my links, I get a percentage. People ask me all the time percentage. It depends. Sometimes I get as much as like 10% of your sale. Not usually, but like I can. And so every little bit helps. And now this is my full-time job. This is how I pay for mortgage and my I'm gonna have to pay for Ellie's surgery. Yeah. No new bag for me. New leg for Ellie. But that's okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I do really appreciate that. Thank you. That's the QR code. That will take you to Sephora. I did water fountains. I never carried around a water bottle in the 80s. Yep, biotin can. It can. It can affect your thyroid. Oh my goodness, the Snackwell brand treats, low fat. Yeah. They had so much sugar in them, they could have made you diabetic. Exactly. Yes. There are so many. See, that's the thing. Like the medical system is, and again, I lobbied on this. I was an advocate for changing the medical system for a long time. There are so many tests that are done that are just like standard tests, and a lot of times they're not particularly helpful because they change throughout the day or the week or the month. That's one thing. And then sometimes they do these tests that you're like, well, it's normal, but then you do this other type of test that is more indicative of what the actual problem or underlying issue is. And you're like, oh, you didn't test for that. Now, did you? I mean, there are so many things, especially if you have autoimmune diseases that are hard to catch. But there are usually tests that they can do to find like inflammation in your body, for example. But they never tell you about that. You have to find out for yourself. So 125 pounds and told I was too fat. Yep. Yep. It's this thing, right? Yes, unfortunately, your health can change. It's like I said, it's tough, but I think the other side of it will be worth it. I hope. The way I see it is I have an opportunity now, a platform to talk to all of you about it, and help you if you if you have similar problems to me. I'm happy to answer questions. What worked, what hasn't. I'm not saying that it'll work for you, but you don't have to. I think um, one of the purposes in life is leaving behind a better world than you left it. And if you don't offer life experience to other people who are coming up behind you to help them, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, why wouldn't you want to help the people that are coming up behind you so that they don't have to have it as rough as you did? I don't get it. Like, that's the purpose of life. Yes, Only Murders is the best show. I love that show. My husband's watching Chad Powers right now. I love Glenn Powell. I love Glenn Powell. Talk about like a man that I love. I love Glenn Powell. Him, Idris Elba, Pedro Pascal. Glenn Powell, he's hilarious. He's hilarious. And I love the fact that he has this tiny little dog that's like Pomeranian Chihuahua. It's just rescue dog, which I just love. Yeah, I did not buy that because I knew it was going to be glittery. I knew it. Sonia G. Sonia G has great brushes. I have all the Sonia G brushes. Oh, good, Jackie. You're going to love it. Tell me how you like it. Yeah, too thin or too rich. And you can be both. I love sparkly eyeshadows. Do you have a recent favorite? That is a good question. Sparkly. Okay. The Chanel 9 pans. There's some sparkly shades in the Chanel 9 pan that are awesome. Those would be the most recent ones that are really sparkly and really good. But I believe it or not, Jones Road has some sparkly ones that are really fun and really good. The single eyeshadows, there's the rose, I think it's rose gold. That one's really good. It's a single shadow, but it's really pretty color and it's sparkly, but not like crazy sparkly. And then the other sparkly ones that I would recommend are the Merit Solo shadows. They're sparkly, but in like a, you can wear them every day, but they are sparkly and they look really good. So those would be my recent favorites. In the RMS concealer, I have two shades. One is a little bit more yellow, one is a little bit more pink. The one that's a little bit more yellow is 0N01 or N01, and then the other one is C02. The N, the neutral, I use this when my skin is looking a little bit like, when I'm trying to get rid of the redness, like around my nose, the rosacea. And I use the C when I put it under my eyes because I want a little bit of that pink. Here's the C, here's the N. So it's C02 and N01. I think those are the two lightest shades. Morning, Nat. I get it. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been there. Do you have the cap? The cap really helps. What it is, guys, it's like a beer cozy for your head. You can buy it on Amazon. I have an Amazon storefront. I haven't done much with it yet because I've been so busy, but I can link it there for if you want. It's a beer cozy, basically, for your head. You put it in the freezer and then you put it on your head for migraines. It works. That's it. That's it. Sebi Coho. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Sebi Coho versus Se Coho. The Sebi Coho is the higher grade, the softer. Why? See, that is something that happens with perimenopause. Your brain, it kind of rewires, and yeah, it is soft. It's not harsh, guys. It's just the one last year was softer. Bye, Gita. Yes, yes. Harrods is having a bunch of sales. Chris McMillan, I feel like they're sending me something, but I don't think I have any yet. It is so individual. Yeah, and that's the thing. Lost Cherry and Baby Cat are my favorite scents, and if you don't like them, I totally get it. They're not for, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's so individual. And I will tell you this, do not blind buy expensive perfumes. We shouldn't blind buy any perfumes, but not expensive ones. Although at least you can sell those or bring them back. But the only things I would blind buy as it relates to fragrance is like a body mist, not perfumes. It's too strong. Yeah, not everybody wants to take hormones. For me, it was life-saving. I absolutely the best thing I've ever done. Thank you, Carol. That was very nice of you. Yeah. You know, it is like buying from an SA in a store. It's the same kind of thing. Like, so I worked for Chanel when I was at law school. I also worked as just a freelance makeup artist, and it was a good way to make money while I was in school. And I got a commission of a piece of every sale I made. And I can honestly tell you that yes, there were SAs that would sell stuff that they didn't particularly like to get that sale. But what I always thought, just from a business point of view, forget about just, pride and being honest, which I was always raised was something very important to me, just my sense of myself. But just from a business point of view, if you did that, people didn't trust you and they wouldn't come back to you because you would sell them something that didn't work for them. And so they would know that you would just sell whatever was expensive and not like be trustworthy. So I never push anything. Oh, I never push anything anyway, but when I recommend something and say this is really that good, you know that it's really that good because I don't most of the time I'm like, hey, it's great, but you might not like it. Um, because it's all about my honesty. It's all about my, reputation. If you don't believe in if you can't believe me when I tell you something's good, then there's no point in me being here. So it is very much like buying from an essay. That's what links are. I like that from Sophia. That's a very good point. Nope, no one had water bottles. Yes. I don't take biotin, but I do know. Which Clé de Peau purple palette do you prefer? All right, let me look at I'm trying to think if there's more than one Clé de Peau purple palette. Maybe you mean because of the new one has a purple in it. But for me, the only purple palette, there's only one purple palette. And that would be Purple Ocean Twilight. The rest of them, Sunwarm Stoned is I don't think that's purple. It's cool leaning, but it's not purple. Caviar Pearls is has a purple in it, but it's more browns and cool mushroom and then one purple. And the new one has a purple in it. But again, it's not a purple palette. The only purple palette I would say from Clé de Peau is the Purple Ocean Twilight. Like over just the whole thing. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear it's good on the other side. Again, I'm not trying to complain. My life is great. It's just some of the health things have been challenging. Yep. Okay, I'll do one. I'll do a premenopausal, perimenopause, what to expect. So many things. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to my 60s. I got to tell you guys. I mean, 19, yeah, the perimenopause stuff, it's like puberty all over again, but with more pain. Yes, the head cozy. Yep. It is a head cozy. I love it. Oh my God, D. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have Hashimoto's disease. And I have other autoimmune conditions. They run in the family. But I don't have cancer and I have not blown out my knee. So yeah, I gained 60 pounds with the Hashimoto's when it presented itself. I've always had it, but in my 30s, and I had to lose it the old-fashioned way, which was very tough because we didn't have Zepbound and GLP-1s, which are a godsend for a lot of people. I have no problem with that. That's fantastic. It's like if you heard the saying, if your body doesn't produce its own serotonin, buy it in a pill. Look, you don't judge other people for what they need to do to be healthy and what they need to do for themselves. There's a famous quote about sowing your own garden, like focus on your own lane, focus on your own swim lane, make yourself the best you that you can be, make yourself happy, find the things that make you content and confident, and don't worry about what other people are doing unless they're bothering you, unless they're interfering with your life. Focus on yourself. We all have challenges, I know, Kathy. That's why I don't talk about Amazon as much. But my husband orders from Amazon all the time. Yeah, Carol, it's gonna happen eventually. Oh, thank you, Dee. Sophia is lovely. She's so sweet. And she's been so helpful to me and just such a joy. And honestly, of all the things that I can say about, this journey on YouTube, the people that I've met, the friends I've made, more important than any of it. So the lip sublimage is excellent. Totally worth it in the sense that I'm happy that I spent the money on it. I think it's a great product, and I think the vanilla planifolia works, and it absolutely softens up your skin on your lips, and it looks amazing. The problem is it's $400 with tax, and that's just so much money that, and I can tell you that this Blue Lagoon one that I'm using right now, and the Edams and the Ole Hendricksons and the Summer Fridays, and there's a bunch of others, Laneige, they're not as good. Okay. They're not as good. The Remedy lip is excellent. It tastes terrible though, but it really works. It's not 10 times better, but it is 10 times the price. Okay, so I just turned 60. I went from confident to downright frightening. Here's the thing. Nobody tells you, at least in my opinion, maybe someone else has had a different experience, but nobody tells you how to figure out the changes, right? Like when you go through puberty, there's tons of books on puberty. There's tons of books on, Hey God, It's Me, Margaret. If you remember that, if you're my age, you might remember that book, and they made a movie out of it. They talk about those things. Like now they do anyway. Like, okay, this is what's happening to your body. Here's things that are going to change. Generally, your parents help you, hopefully. But menopause, perimenopause, up until very recently was just like a taboo subject. And nobody told you how to dress, how to deal with your skin changes, how to change your makeup. And again, I've said this a million times, wear what you want. Don't suddenly be like, well, now I can't wear sparkly makeup, or now I can't wear red lips, or now I can. That's BS. You can do whatever the heck you want. But I will admit that to feel confident is different for every single person. What makes you feel confident might be very different for me than it would be for you. But nobody tells you that your body changes. Like it just does. Because you lose estrogen, you lose testosterone, you lose progesterone, your skin sags, things happen, okay? You get this weird weight around your stomach and you're like, where'd that come from? And it's very hard to lose, really hard. Even if you do GLP-1s, I have friends who are on GLP-1s. That's not where it goes from first, guys. It goes from your face first, and then your face sags even more. And you lose your hair sometimes, more so than you already were. So there are like things that you can do in regards to styling your clothing and colors and color theory and makeup and hairstyles and those types of things that can make you feel more confident because you feel like you're a better version of yourself. Again, I'm not going to use the word younger because I don't know why everybody's so obsessed with looking younger, but looking better, feeling more confident, feeling healthier, feeling glowing, feeling like you're fit. Those are things that I think are important to every person. And the one thing that I will recommend to every single, and I'm going to say women because it is different if you're born a man when it comes to genetics as it relates to muscle mass, okay, when you get older. Pick up some weights. I promise you it will help. I'm not saying it will alleviate all your problems because it won't, but do lift weights, heavy weights, twice a week. Just do it twice a week. It will make a difference. The more muscle mass you have on your body, the better you will feel. I promise you. Now, it's really hard to do because you also feel exhausted and you're like, I don't have time to lift weights. But just pick up some dumbbells, heavy dumbbells, and do this. Seriously, just do this. Simple exercises. A couple times, twice a week. Just start that. It's not expensive. You can do it in your basement. You can do it in your living room. Put more muscle on your body because you're losing more muscle than you think you are. And it really makes a difference. You're going to get all these comments about like, oh, you need to eat more protein. And yes, you do need to eat more protein, but just pick up some weights. I promise It's going to make you feel better about yourself and healthier. There's a lot more, but I'll put it in a video. Okay, bronzers. Love the new Givenchy bronzer, but they run very light. I have 01. This is a cooler bronzer, but there's other ones that are a little bit warmer, but they still run really very white. Farahomedy. I have the Bois, but if the Gucci's too rosy for you, the Bois is probably more rosy for you too. So I wouldn't necessarily go with that one. Try the one that's the step up in the Farahomedy. You might like that. Rare Beauty has a good bronzer. Tom Ford, try their bronzer. You might like that. NARS Laguna. NARS Laguna bronzer is really, really nice. And I have a bronzer video that I swatch all the bronzers that I own. Check it out. You can see which ones are a little less red, more neutral. I love Lost Cherry. I get it though. The perfume is very individual. The gin hair. So I just got it's being sent to me. It's a laser hair removal system. It's a tool. It's being sent to me. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it for underarm hair and see how that works. But I guess I could try it on my face too. I'll see what it says. I have the little white hairs that we all have, but I haven't gotten hair on my chin yet. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it could happen. Yeah, that's interesting. No, that's fantastic. You know what? You need to do for your health. The foundation drops. They are buried. Hold on. I am number 2. Fairlight. Took a while to pick it up. Okay, so if the laser tool that I have, if I'm allowed to use it on my face, I'll do that, and so you guys can see. I agree with you, Jackie. I don't know why anyone would be shamed for using anything that they need to use, frankly. It's their own body, their own health. Use what they need to use. It's under a doctor's care. Use it. Carol, maybe you should have told him he was about to go through something like a wall. You know what? Men don't understand. And I don't blame them, but I also think we haven't really done a great job as a society raising people to understand how to be there for one another. I definitely don't think we've explained to people how serious perimenopause is and what it can do to people. I think we've done a terrible job. I mean, they recently came out with a study that showed that women's periods were like having a heart attack. Men were like, what? Like, yeah. Yeah, I really like the Givenchy one. I think it's really good. If you can go into the store and try it, I would. People don't like to talk about things that are not positive. I get it. Yeah, I forget to eat a lot. My husband reminds me. He's like, you have to eat. You have to eat something. I'm like, I know. I like the Sisley bronzer. It's just a little too deep for me, but that is a great quote, Kathy. She was an amazing woman. No one can make you feel inferior. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. That's exactly right. Yes, I mean, honestly, it makes a huge difference. And I'm not asking, like, I get it. Look, there are days, trust me, guys, I'm so tired. There are days I do not want to get up from the sofa, but you'll feel better if you lift some weights. And it's not complicated. Don't let somebody make you think it's complicated. You don't need a trainer. If you want to get a trainer, great. I mean, if you can afford it, and it's really motivating to have a trainer, but lift weights. Amy, go get some weights. It's really not that hard. Yeah, it is. It is hard, and that's why I'm gonna incorporate more fashion into what I'm doing, because I get so many comments from so many of you where you ask me questions like, "Well, what do you wear?" And, to be honest, I hadn't really thought about it, but it is that very true that your face, your skin, all those things change as you age. And so your makeup, if you want to, needs to change with it. Again, if you want to make those changes. And your body is no different. Things that might have worked for you before, you feel like they don't work for you anymore. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you feel like you can dress exactly like you did when you were 20, and fantastic, good for you. Um, I dress differently. I feel like there are different things. I don't wear heels anymore. I wear block heels, like square heels, but I will not wear heels anymore. I will not put myself through that pain. It's just something I will not do. Um, for me, that's a choice I made, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. I will not do it. And when we were in LA and walking around, I was wearing sneakers. I'm sorry, but I was walking. I was going to enjoy myself. I was going to need band-aids in my purse. So, there are things that will matter more to you at different points of your life. When you're older, your comfort does matter a lot more, in my opinion. You also just don't care what anyone else thinks. So, yeah, exactly, Judy. Two basic moves: push or pull. Push or pull. That's it. Work out those muscles. You will feel better. It's hard. It's hard. I get it. Jackie, no, I know. Do you have a pool near you, Jackie? Or a pool that you can use? I mean, that does, you're a doctor, but sometimes the water, because it's less on your joints. Yep, doctor, yep. There's so many there's a lot of good people out there that are talking about it. I've heard about muesli and I've heard good things. I haven't used it, but I have heard good things. Yes. Yes. The pool makes a huge difference, guys. A huge difference. My mother has a debilitating form of arthritis called rheumatoid arthritis called ankylosing spondylitis, which is an autoimmune, of course, disease that mostly affects men. There's a marker test that you can get for it. It's HLA-B27. My sister has tested positive for it. I have not ever tested myself for it. Again, do what I say. Do what I do, say, not what I do. I need to be tested for it. And it's a severe form of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. There are working out in the water, if you can do it, if you have those types of issues, makes a huge difference. And water therapy is really helpful. I would really strongly recommend hot yoga. It loosens up the joints. It's really worth it. Hot yoga is a fantastic form of exercise, but make sure you're going to a studio where they tell you to and help you uh, change the exercises as you need. Anyone that's trying to push you into doing any particular move or positioning that is uncomfortable for you, it's not the studio for you. I actually volunteer at the studio that I go to, and I get free classes for it, which is awesome. And they'll always tell you like, hey, change this as you need to. Like if you need to just lie on your mat the entire time, do that. Like then they'll help you. But the yoga really makes a huge difference. And the hot yoga is because it literally it helps rinse your body of toxins, and it also just it loosens everything up. I was a gymnast, so I've injured every joint in my body. Seriously. But yeah, like a lot of times, like my wrist was broken in weird ways, and I refused to have surgery, so it's not quite straight. So I do different movements, and I change things around as I need to for my body. So yeah, I won't even get into the insurance companies in this country. Night, everybody. Night, Jenna. Uh It is something that I am very focused on the channel because I feel like it's something that a lot of people don't talk about. And yes, I will be having um basically a series on that as we go through. Okay, so I do know a protein shake that tastes good. My husband has it, but I don't like it because it's too sweet. I don't yeah, anyway. And it has I think it has gluten in it. It has something in it that I can't have, maybe dairy. I can't remember. Anyway, Jackie, I'll send it to you. But I'm trying like 6 different electrolytes and protein stuff right now for the channel. I will have something soon. I really have to I have to test things before I'll, say anything. You know me. Yeah. Yeah, it's Amy, it's hard, things happen to your body as you get older that just it maybe was too hot. You might try warm yoga. There should be warm yoga classes hopefully for you. But I will be commenting more on the perimenopausal journey and things that you can do. And the fashion's going to bring that into it. Like I'm going to do some series about where when we get through the holidays, because the holidays are crazy. Like trying to find the perfect white shirt and just shopping at a mall and showing you the different fits in different stores, because that's another thing they don't designers and fashion, they don't take into account an actual woman's body. Most designers, and I say this kind of jokingly, don't like women. Like they don't design for women. They design for some, you know, and again, those are women too. I get it, but they are a very small percentage of women who are 5'10" and weigh 120 pounds. And again, if you're 5'10" and 120 pounds and you look fabulous in clothing, I'm not criticizing you. That's fantastic. Clothes will look wonderful on you. But most of us are not that. We're not that. And so most of us feel when we try on those clothes like there's something wrong with us. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the people who are 5'10" and 120 pounds either, if that's what they look like naturally. Um, it's just a different design. So you just have to find the design and fit model that works for you. And as you get older, when your body changes, you also need to have a discussion with yourself about what it is you're trying to do. Are you trying to lengthen your neck or distract from a certain part of your body that you don't particularly like? It's same with makeup. If you're trying to detract from, let's say you have a lot of texture here and you don't like it and you don't want to draw attention to it, I can teach you ways to draw your eye away from that. If you don't care, then just ignore me because again, do what makes you happy. But I can give you tips and tricks to do that. I know very well how I need to dress. And I'll show you some pictures of me in different outfits to make myself look longer, leaner, thinner, taller, all those things. I can do that easily. And I have those outfits and I know exactly how to do it. And I know what colors work for me. But a lot of the time now, I just decide I like this. This is the comfy, it's cute, or it's breathable, and I like it. And this is what I'm wearing. I don't care. So you have to decide where you are. And you also have to decide what your style is, because most of us have closets that are full of stuff that we don't wear. So I'm getting rid of 70% of my closet. No joke. I have a company called Revolve, which is a secondhand luxury. They're coming to take all my stuff very soon. Because I'm at that point in my life where I've decided I'm just going to do the things that I really believe in, things that I want to do. So we're going to have more of that. Okay. And yeah, I'll send you I'll put in the protein shake. I'll put it up. It's, you're going to laugh. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles cereal. Not joking. That's what it tastes like. And then I'm trying a bunch of different ones that are healthier. They don't taste as good, but Eileen Fisher's great. Ralph Lauren is great. Frank and Eileen works for a lot of people. Donnie, Donni, is a brand you should try out. There's a bunch that I'll have. Spiritual Gangster is one of my favorite like athleisure wears. They just sent me a box of stuff that I'll try on for all of you guys. One of the reasons I like Spiritual Gangster so much, and you guys joke about it because like the name is like, is that really you, Jennifer? Here's why I really like their brand. Their yoga gear and their leggings and their sweatshirts and stuff really fit a real person. I can wear a small or a medium in their sweatshirts. And I am a 36 double D bust. And I love the fact that they recognize women have breasts like you have, and that just because you don't want to wear something super tight doesn't mean you need an extra large. So I really love the Spiritual Gangster brand. They have 30% off right now, actually, still, I think. So if you're looking for like sweatshirts and like comfy athleisure wear that's a little upscale, like they have good stuff too. Those are the kind of designers that I will continue to post about because I think it's getting better, but it's still not great. Eileen Fisher is a classic, guys. See, that's awesome. That is awesome. That's exactly what, in my opinion, we should all get to. Get to the point where you can go into your closet and feel confident about everything you put on. And confident doesn't mean that, again, that you look 20. Confident means you feel good in your style. Not everybody else is going to love it. I love Cassie Thorpe. I love watching her. You know why? She is true to herself. She knows exactly what she likes. She doesn't apologize for it. Her style is not my style, but I met her in New York, and she is fabulous. She's smart. She's savvy. She's sweet. She's, honest, and she loves loud luxury. Good for her. That's what I think we all want to aspire to, right? Feeling good in our own skin. So I'm going to be adding more of the perimenopause stuff, the dieting, like not dieting, but like the dieting, like what that really does to you, to your mental makeup about how you perceive yourself. Some foods and protein shakes and electrolyte things that I think are healthier that you might want to try, which can be helpful this time of your life. And then clothing and fashion in addition to beauty. I mean, it's a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to start another channel to do that or weave it into All Feisty. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, so we're going to end. It's 10:30. It's 2.5 hours. That is so much time. Thank you all for joining me and sticking with me if you're through to the end. And I will continue posting. Good luck with the Sephora sale, those of you who are shopping. I figure since it's 10:30 at night here on the East Coast, I'll just stay up to midnight and order. Or is it 3 a.m.? I don't know, actually. Does anyone know? Okay, so Kathy just said, there we go. She just said that based on prior years, it should be live around 11:50. So I think I'm just going to stay up and do it. But good night, everyone. You should stay unique. I think, you know what, guys, if you learn anything from me or my channel, or if you take anything away from what I talk about, it's to be your best self. Don't let other people tell you what you should be. You'll regret it. You're fabulous the way you are, whatever it is that you are. So concentrate on that. Have fun shopping. I'll see you all soon. And I will be posting about the pre-love sale as soon as I can. Bye, everybody.